Welcome back, guys. Right, back on the Corolla again today. It's a Sunday. Gonna rip into this car as much as we can. We're gonna get this right down to bare bones like we did with the red car. And I'm gonna be careful with a load of parts because they're not mine, they're Adam's. So I'm gonna look after the doors, we're gonna look after as much as we can of the interior and anything that Adam's gonna be keeping. I'm gonna take the engine and box out, hopefully get the axle out, spare wheel well, and then see how we get on. I'd like to get to a point where I can bare metal this back end. As you know, it's quite rough, but we'll get there and we'll see what we can do, and hopefully we can really get into it on this episode. We'll get back to bare bones and start marking out some bits. All the cage materials arrived, all the parts are here, so what's stopping us? Let's crack into it. Backlights are out. I think most of the metal went with the backlight. But oh well, it doesn't matter. And you can see in here, you can see my feet for starters. So yeah, I've just done all the shocks and everything out of here. We've got to find the number plate plugs for that, and then the rear bumper can come off. I think the rear bumper is pretty much scrap anyway. I might try and repair it, but I don't think we need. That's kind of Bluetoothed on at the moment. So yeah, started stripping off the fuel cap as well, making sure that's okay. Better than my old one, let's put it that way. No holes in that one. Rusty's supervising it, you Rusty? Taking it all in. So let's keep cracking and see how we can get on.
Music licensing reimagined.
Well, as you can see, the rear panel's brand new. What the fuck? Yeah. I kind of knew that was bad anyway, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just gonna have to, I think, to get this bumper off, I'm just gonna have to chop through this rear panel. I mean, that's all gonna come off anyway. I mean, it's literally, well, it's not really on by much. I might even just chop the whole thing through and just take the whole lot off, because it's got to come off anyway. So yeah, we're getting into it now. Started taking a few things. Obviously got the fuel tank out. And it didn't do what the Celica did with me, which, I mean, I took the spare wheel well out earlier, but my old Celica, I took the tank out and I went, this is heavy, what the hell is going on? And the whole, which is not far away anyway, this whole lot came with it and the spare wheel. So I was like, that's heavy. So, yeah, this isn't as bad as the Celica is at the back. So yeah, so we'll keep going on. We'll get the axle out next. And well, obviously get the rear bumper off, get the axle out, and then we can start taking the exhaust system off. everything, all the pipe work's off as well. I've taken all the brackets off carefully, ready for Adam. I'm going to take the doors off, nice. I'm going to also put a strap around there because I think it's going to start getting front heavy. I've also taken the gearbox mount off, that's why the engine's leaning back. And then what we're going to try and do is drop the whole lot through the bottom. So struts, cross member, engine, box. And I'm going to take all the pipe work off nicely. The brake lines I'm not too worried about. And then, yeah, so we take everything out through the bottom, make our life a lot easier. And then we can start ripping into the rest of the bits in the shell. And then I've got to find somewhere to put the bloody engine. But let's work on that in a minute. Time to dig this puppy out and disconnect everything nicely and drop all this through. Now let's see how we can get on, and hopefully I'm gonna drain the water out and try and get the fluids out of it. Everything else looks pretty hot, like fairly simple, just wiring connections, silly little stuff I've got to keep an eye on. And take it out all in one piece. Steering column as well. Box all the bolts up and see how we get on. As you can see, got all that out, and that's all out on the floor. I think I'm gonna take the engine and gearbox off the subframe now, take all the wheels off, make the subframe bare bones, make the brackets bare bones, and so it's all, we can box everything up, right? And then we can start getting into taking inner arches up. You can see I've WD-40'd everything. Everything so far, touch wood, has come off really nicely. This is proving to be a really nice, honest car, and super clean. Like, I'm so chuffed with how clean the chassis rails look, and like the firewall, everything's looking really good. So yeah, like I'm not going to curse myself, but I don't think, it might be here and there, but it don't look like it needs any welding at the front. It looks like the front's been well looked after and the back's been in the sea. But we'll see. I mean, but yeah, super happy with this. Let's get all this put away. And then we get to getting all the front end off, taking it off real nice, and going from there. I did see something that made me laugh a minute ago. Can't really see it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's like a OEM, maybe like a new old stock bumper bracket. They did used to rust. Oh, there's a better one. There you go. So there's the old part number for it and everything. So yeah, it's proving to be pretty good at the moment. Obviously got a few little scabs here and there, and but yeah, super chuffed with that. I mean, even the bottom of the strut towers, it looks like there's had a patch there. Okay, so we'll have to do that. But you know, for a Corolla, it's quite phenomenal, really. I'm super chuffed with this. So let's get this all broken apart, and we can get into getting the rest of the car apart. Right, time to get into this now. Start stripping all the wings off, getting all the front off really nicely, so Adam can save it and use it on something else. And yeah, take this front end off. I think the plan is I'm going to take this front end off, and then that'll be it for today, just because it's cracking on. I need a break. It is Sunday. I do need to actually have a bit of a break. And yeah, So we're going to get all these front wings off, going to get all the scuttle panel off, wipers off, all that sort of stuff, and box all that up, and then I'm going to have a massive sort out upstairs on the mezzanine, and get everything in nicely packed away and in a safe place, and then we can start getting into this shower. Well, there you have it. I even took my time and took all the aerial out off the stereo and disconnected all the stereo properly, just to save the aerial, just in case I'm using it or Adam's using it. So yeah, pretty chuffed with how it come on today. That's a massive chunk done and ready. And then I'm going to get into, you can see it's had some bad repairs in the past. And start getting into metal work. I'm going to speak to the window guys this week to get the windows out, and then we'll start chopping up the red one for the back end. So, right, I hope you're really excited about this new build. Well, I say it's a new build, ke70 continued build, and yeah. And I hope you all like the content. Sorry about all the time lapse, but when you got to try and get stuff done, you got to do that sometimes. And yeah, we're going to get into more detailed things when we start coming into bespoke fabrication on the car and what I'm going to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and make sure you get some more content.